Welcome. My name is Thomas. I'm here to go over this video, publication 501, which I use inside my coaching program to help my clients who are learning how to prepare individual income taxes, how to do so. And so publication 501 deals with the qualifying test to determine who you can claim as a dependent, the five filing statuses, and it has some other information in the book that allows you to learn some other information that's important to your clients. And so I'm just covering a certain portion of that inside this training, which would be the five tests to determine a qualifying child. So right here on the screen, the first test is relationship. Relationship is important. That's why they make it number one. So it says, to meet this test, a child must be your son, daughter, stepchild, foster child, or descendant. For example, your grandchild or any of them, or the brother, sister, half brother, half sister, step brother, step sister, or descendant of, or for example, your niece or nephew. And so we are familiar with those most common relationships, and those are the ones they mentioned first. And then age is another. The age test. It says to meet the test, the child must be under 19 at the end of the year and younger than you, a student under 24 at the end of the year and younger than you, or permanently and totally disabled at any time during the year, regardless of age. So that's the next test, the age test. And so they give you examples. They give you examples all through the publications, and I suggest y'all reading those examples because they are designed to help you get a better understanding of the overall gist of what the information is talking about. So this example says your your son turns 19 on December 10th. Unless he was permanently and totally disabled or a student, he doesn't meet the age test because at the end of the year he wasn't under age 19. And so he's no longer dependent unless those two situations happen to be a part of uh, the reason why he's on the return being claimed as a dependent. So I'm going to go down to, so here, qualifying child, these are the five tests we're going to cover. Relationship and age we did. Next we're going to do is residency. Residency is all about the child living with you for at least 6 months or more, especially based on uh, the relationship. Son and daughters you have more leeway with because they can be sent off to boarding school uh, until they get out of high school, and you can still claim as a dependent because they're your son and daughter. So that's the leverage and leeway you get with claiming your son and daughter versus claiming a brother or sister that might be a dependent, or claiming a niece and nephew that might be a dependent. Those situations uh, might vary in the sense that if the child wasn't with you 6 months or more inside the household, uh, that may play a role in being able to claim them as a dependent. So the next one will be support. And support is all about the dependent not being able to provide 50% or more of its own support. So if you got a uh, son that's 17, he's working a job, and say he got a good job for his age where he's making more money than you, the parent, then he's no longer considered your dependent because out of the five tests, support he no longer meets because he provides 50% or more of his own support, because you can't tell them people that he make more money than you, but he ain't providing 50% or more of his own support, which now disqualifies him as a dependent. And then the next one is joint return. Joint return is simply saying your dependent may be married, but if they married and they claiming a refund simply because uh, of federal withholdings, then you can still claim your dependent child in that situation. But if your married couple is claiming a tax return because they're required to, then they're no longer able to claim your son or daughter that you used to claim as a dependent if they got married and they fall under those conditions. So in this here video, it was all about covering those five tests I'm gonna scroll back up for a minute and show you this here information. You can check out this here page, and it gives you more tests to be a qualified child, tests to be a qualified relative. So I tell my students, you want to read these things, get a better understanding of them. Then this is some more information that they can read through that helps them get a better understanding on how to determine what a dependent is or isn't. And so that's it for this particular training on Publication 501, the 5 tests to determine a qualified child or dependent.